A dog doesn't always show trust by
Trust
jumping
is
all over
not
you,
always
licking your
jumping
face, or
or
following you
following.
from room to
Sometimes
room. Sometimes trust is much quieter than that. It is your dog closing their eyes beside you and not opening them every time you move. It is them turning their back toward you completely relaxed, as if they already know nothing bad is going to happen from behind. It is them staying on their bed when you walk into another room, not because they love you less, but because some part of them believes you are coming back. And once you start noticing these small, quiet signs, your dog's calmness may never look ordinary
there,
again.
sweet
Full
boy.
script. A dog
This
doesn't
is
always
exactly
show
the
trust by
relaxed
jumping
state we
all
want
over you,
before
licking
heading
your
out the
face,
door.
or following you from room to
Good
room.
job,
Sometimes
boss, on your
trust
chest.
is much quieter than that. It does not always look like excitement at the front door. It does not always look like a wagging tail, a happy bark, or paws pressed against your chest.
Eating slowly,
Sometimes it looks like
glancing
almost
at
nothing.
strange
Your dog
sounds.
sleeping beside you, eating slowly while you move around the kitchen, glancing at you when something
Back
strange
turned,
happens, lying
without
near you with their
watching
back turned
every
like they do
move.
not need to
People
watch your
miss
every
these
move.
small
And maybe
moments.
that is why so many people miss it. Because these moments are small. They happen in the middle of normal life, while you are drinking coffee,
Seems like
while you are
nothing.
answering messages, while the TV is on, while your dog is just lying there on the floor, doing what seems like nothing at all. But here is the part many owners never
Whole
really think
body
about.
listens.
For a dog, feeling safe is everything. Their body is always listening to
Movements
the
and
world.
loud sounds,
Not
like a
just
chair
with their
scraping,
ears,
will
but with their
definitely get your
whole
dog's
nervous
attention.
system. A sound
But they quickly
outside,
read your
Dogs notice
a door
posture.
calm
closing, a
and
change in
tension.
your voice, the way you stand up too quickly, the way your hand reaches down, the way the room feels when you are calm, or
Dogs
when you are
notice
not.
more
Dogs
patterns in us.
notice more than we realize. They may not understand our schedules, our stress, or the complicated reasons we act the way we do. But they are very good at reading patterns. And when your
not
dog
just
can
feeding.
truly relax around you, it may mean your presence has become
Their
part of the
peace.
place where they feel safe. Not just part of their routine. Not just the person who feeds them,
Fine.
but part of their peace.
Sleeping
So let's talk
deeply
about
near
7
you.
quiet signs your dog feels safe with you.
Light
The first
sleep
sign
with
is
one
sleeping
eye
deeply
open.
near you, not just lying down for a minute. Not that light
Sleep
kind of sleep
slows
where
the
one eye
body.
opens every time someone shifts in the room. I mean real sleep.
Leaves
The
their
kind where their
face.
breathing slows down. Their body gets heavy. Their face loses all that little tension around the eyes and mouth. Maybe their paws twitch a little.
Not
Maybe they
keep
let out one of
lifting their
those soft,
head.
sleepy sounds that makes you smile without even meaning to. And they do not keep lifting their head. They are not checking the hallway every few seconds. They are not reacting to every little movement you make. They are just gone for a while. To us, it can look like the most normal thing in the world, a dog taking a nap. But to your dog, deep sleep is a vulnerable state. When an animal is deeply asleep, they are not ready to respond as quickly. They are not scanning for danger. They are not watching every direction. Their body has to believe, at least for that moment, that it is
Deep
safe enough
rest
to let go.
says
So when your
more
dog
than
chooses to sleep near you, and not just sleep lightly, but really sink into rest,
This
that
is
can
where
say
it
more than
becomes
100
meaningful.
excited greetings. It may mean your presence does not make them feel exposed.
Dogs do
it may
not
mean your
need human
presence makes the room
sentences.
feel safer. And that is where it becomes
says,
more meaningful.
"I
Your
can
dog
rest
is
here."
probably not thinking the words, "I trust my owner."
To be
Dogs
ready.
do not need human sentences for their feelings to be real. Their body may be saying it in a different way. I can rest here. I do not have to keep watching. I do not have to be ready every second. This person is safe enough for me to close my eyes. And sometimes that is what love looks like from a dog. Not noise, not performance.
May
Just the
think
soft,
they are
steady sound of
distant.
them breathing beside you. Because near you, they finally feel safe enough to disappear into sleep. The second sign is turning their back toward you. This one is easy to misunderstand. A dog turns away, and some owners think, oh, they do
Enough
not
to
want
stop
me right
watching.
now. Or they are ignoring me. Or even, they are being distant. But in many cases, when your dog lies close to you with their back facing you, it can mean something much softer. It may mean they are comfortable enough to stop watching you. And that is not a small thing. Think about it from their side. When a dog has their back turned, they cannot
may
see
not
your
be
hand.
pulling away.
They cannot read your face. They cannot track your next movement.
They may
They
be
cannot
resting into
instantly
you.
know what is happening behind them. That position asks for trust. So if your dog curls up near your feet, or lies against your leg, or settles on the couch facing away from you, they may not be pulling away from you at all. They may be resting into you. There is a difference. A nervous dog may keep distance. They may watch carefully. They may
Away
position
while you
themselves
sit
so they can leave
behind.
fast if they need to. Their body may stay ready even when the room looks calm. But a dog who feels safe may choose closeness without constantly monitoring. They may sit with their back pressed against your legs. They may lie facing the other direction while you are sitting right behind them. They may settle near you as if your presence is not something to guard against, but something they can lean into. What looks like distance may actually be trust. What looks like ignoring you may be your dog saying, in the quietest possible way, I do not need to protect myself from you. And once you see it that way, a dog turning their back no longer feels cold. It can feel like one of the gentlest compliments they know how to give. The third sign is eating calmly around you. Food tells a story. Not always a simple story, but a real one. A dog who feels tense may rush through meals. They may gulp food like it could disappear at any second. They may pause and look around. They may guard the bowl. They may back away if someone comes too close.
Eating around you
Some dogs may even lose interest in food when they are worried. Of course, not every fast eater is scared. Some dogs eat quickly because they are excited, because of habit, because of their past, or simply because that is how they have always been. But when a dog can eat calmly while you are nearby, that often means something important. They do not feel pressured. They do not feel threatened. They do not feel like your movement means something bad is about to happen. They can lower their head to the bowl and stay there. They can chew. They can pause. They can come back to the food without panic. That kind of calmness may not seem emotional at first. It is just dinner right. But for your dog, it may be a sign that the space around their food feels safe. They are not only trusting the meal, they are trusting the room. They are trusting your footsteps. They are trusting that your hands do not mean loss. They are trusting that your presence near something valuable does not have to create fear. And that kind of trust is not built in one grand moment. It is built through repetition, gentle routines, predictable care, not teasing, not grabbing, not turning everyday moments into little tests. Sometimes, the way your dog eats near you says something about the life you have given them. A calm bowl can tell a quiet story. It can say, I do not have to rush here. I do not have to defend what I need. I am allowed to feel safe while I am being cared for. And for a dog, that is a beautiful thing. The fourth sign is relaxing their belly and legs. You have probably seen this one. Your dog lies on their side. Their legs stretch out. Their paws loosen. Maybe their belly is partly exposed.
Loose legs are not just cute.
Their whole body seems heavier, softer, almost melted into the floor or the couch. And most of us see that and think, that is adorable,
to respect
which it
your
is.
Dog's space.
But it can also
Notice
mean
how
more.
he stops
A relaxed
before touching,
belly and loose legs
ensuring the
are not
dog
just
feels
cute body language. They can be signs that your dog does not feel the need to stay ready for danger. The belly is a vulnerable part of the body. The legs are what help a dog get up quickly,
I do not need
move
to be
away,
on guard,
run, or protect themselves. So when those areas are relaxed, when your dog is not tucked tight or braced to spring up, their body may be saying, I do not need to be on guard right now. They are not holding themselves together. They are not waiting for something bad. They are letting the room hold them. And maybe the room feels safer because you are in it. But this is where many people need to be careful. A dog showing their belly does not always mean please rub them.
Sometimes they are calming a moment down.
Some dogs love belly rubs.
Belly
and
exposure
make that very
can
clear.
also
but
mean
sometimes a dog rolls
uncertainty.
over because they are being social.
Relaxed dog will have soft eyes, calm breathing,
Sometimes they may
and
even
loose
feel
paws.
unsure and exposed
Just
low
like
belly
this
can
happy,
be part of a
relaxed
softer,
pause
more
mean your
submissive
dog is
signal.
comfortable.
So you always have to look at
Notice
the whole
how
dog.
his owner
Is their body
relaxes.
loose? Is their face soft? Is their breathing calm? Are their eyes
Enough
relaxed?
to be
Are they
vulnerable.
choosing to stay close? Do they look peaceful? Or do they look frozen? When the whole body looks settled, that loose belly, stretched legs, and heavy posture may be one of the clearest signs that your dog feels safe enough to be vulnerable around you. And that is what trust often is. Not a big display, not a dramatic announcement, just vulnerability without fear. A dog resting in a way they would never choose if they believed they had to protect themselves. The fifth sign is looking at you during uncertainty. This one can happen so fast you almost miss it. There is a strange sound outside. Something falls in another room. A visitor steps through the door. A new object appears where it was not yesterday. Your dog pauses. Their ears shift. Their body gets still, and then they look at you, just for a second. But that second matters. They are not looking at you randomly. In many cases, they are checking your reaction.
Are we okay?
They are reading your face, your body, your tone, your energy. They may be asking in their own dog way, is this dangerous? Should I worry? Are we okay? Dogs often use the people they trust as emotional reference points.
Completely unacceptable.
They do not just respond to the thing
tolerate
itself.
this kind of mistake
They
again.
also respond to how we respond to it. If you tense up, they may tense up. If you speak sharply, they may become more alert. If you stay steady,
is
breathe
not
normally,
magically
and move
erased.
calmly, they may take
Some
that in too.
situations are
That does
genuinely
not mean
hard.
you magically erase their fear.
Your
Dogs are still
calmness
dogs.
becomes information.
Some sounds, places, or situations may be genuinely hard for them, but your calmness can matter. Your presence can become information. Your steadiness can help them make sense of a moment that feels uncertain. And that is a powerful role to have in a dog's life. Not because you control
It's all
the
right,
world.
buddy.
You do not. But because to your dog,
Calmest
you
thing
may
in
be
the
one of the
room.
signals that the world is still okay. They may not need a full explanation.
Sign.
They may just
Not
need to glance
following
at you
every
and see
second.
that you are not afraid. Sometimes being safe for your dog
Lincoln looked
means
like
becoming the
love.
calmest thing in the room. The sixth sign is not needing to follow you every
be
second.
affection
This one can feel
and
surprising
curiosity.
because a lot of people think a dog who follows them everywhere must be showing the strongest kind of love. And yes, following can be loving. It can be affection. It can be curiosity. It can be your dog wanting to be part of whatever you are doing, even if all you are doing is walking to the bathroom. But a dog who feels truly safe may
Closes,
also be able to
no
let you
panic.
leave the room. They may watch you get up, lift their head for a second, and then put it back down. They may stay on their bed while you go to the kitchen. They may hear a door close and not panic. They may not
Is
need to
not
track
disaster.
every single step you take. And that does not mean they care less. Sometimes it
okay,
means
buddy.
they trust more. Because
here, settle
safety
down.
is not only about being close. Safety is also the belief that distance is not disaster. A dog who feels insecure may
Losing
follow
sight
because they
can
are
feel-
worried. They may feel like if they lose sight of you, they lose control
Earn
of what
your
happens
rhythm.
next. Their body may not fully believe that you will come back, but a dog who
does
feels
not
more
fall
secure
apart.
may have learned your rhythm. You stand up. You leave the room. You come back. You go out. You return. The world
not
does not
read
fall
calm
apart
as
every time you
disinterest.
disappear from sight. That pattern can become deeply comforting. So if your dog does not follow you every second, do not immediately read it as disinterest. Do not think they do not need me anymore. Maybe they do need you. Maybe they love you deeply. But they are safe enough not to panic every time you move. And that is a different kind of bond. Sometimes independence is not distance. Sometimes independence is trust finally settling into the body. The seventh sign is coming back to rest after being reassured. Every dog gets startled sometimes. Every dog has moments when the world feels too loud, too strange, or too sudden. Safety does
It's
not
okay,
mean
buddy.
your
It's
dog
just the
never
delivery
feels afraid.
person.
That would not
You're
be
doing
realistic.
great.
Safety means they can come back
They come
from it.
toward
Maybe
you
thunder
unsure.
rolls outside. Maybe a delivery truck makes a loud noise.
Approaching a
Maybe
hesitant
someone
dog,
knocks on the door.
always
Maybe
kneel down
something
and offer a
unfamiliar
calm,
happens in the house.
open hand.
And your dog
Let
comes
them-
toward you unsure what to do with all that energy in their body. You speak softly. You stay calm. Maybe you give them a little space. Maybe you let them come close. Maybe
It's
you do
okay,
not force
sweetie. You're
comfort,
safe
but you
now.
offer it in the
Go
way
back
they
to
can
sleep.
receive. And after a little while, they go back to rest. That moment is easy to overlook, but it matters because it may mean your reassurance reached them. Their body believed you enough to settle. Their nervous system moved from alert back toward calm. And in many ways, that is one of the deepest signs of safety. Not that your dog never gets stressed, but that your presence helps them recover. A safe relationship
okay,
is
buddy.
not perfect peace
Come on
all
in.
the time.
You're safe
It
now.
is repair. It is return. It is the feeling that when something scary happens, your dog does not have to stay alone inside that fear. They can look to you. They can feel your steadiness. They can borrow a little bit of your calm, and
The
eventually
small
they can
daily
rest
moments.
again. That is trust in motion. That is safety being built not in one big moment, but over and over in the smallest parts of daily life. So if your dog sleeps deeply beside
Legs
you, if they
stretched,
turn their
belly
back and
soft,
rest, if they
looking
eat
to
calmly
you.
while you are nearby, if they stretch out their legs, soften their belly, look to you when something feels strange, or stay peaceful when you
Quiet
leave the room.
signs
Do
your
not
dog
dismiss
feels
those moments
safe.
as
Ex-dog
ordinary.
might
They may
offer
be
a slow
quiet
blink,
signs that your
which is a
dog
sign
feels
of
safe with
complete
you.
trust.
And for a dog,
It's their
safety
way of
is
saying they
not
feel
a small kind of love. It may be one of the deepest kinds. Because your dog does not need beautiful words to say, I trust you. Sometimes they say it by closing their eyes. Sometimes they say it by letting their body go soft. Sometimes they say it by not being afraid when you stand up, walk past,
You
or
really
leave the
do
room.
understand
And maybe
me,
the
don't
most
you?
beautiful part is this. Your dog may have been telling you all along, not loudly, not dramatically,
A little
not in a
longer
way
tonight.
that demands your attention, but quietly, every day, in the way they rest near you. So tonight, when your dog lies down beside you, watch them for just a little longer. Notice the breathing. Notice the softness. Notice the trust hidden inside the calm. Because if your dog can truly relax around you, That may be one of the deepest forms of love they know how to give. And if this made you think of your own dog, stay with us, because the next video may help you understand what they have been trying to say all along.